Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik and welcome to part 2 of my Agatha All Along watch along series. These videos will probably come out relatively close to each other because, it was a 2-episode premiere this week. So if you haven't checked out the first episode reaction, go ahead and check that out before you watch this one. The link will be in the description. As always, I gave a lot of my thoughts in the first video. Just about the ending and kind of this overall questions that I have. I imagine a lot of those questions will be answered. Well, at least some of those questions will be answered in this. Like, who is this teen character? What happened to the Darkhold? The Salem 7 that was teased at the end of last episode. And then exactly like the start of the journey on this witch's road. And probably this episode will kind of get the formation of the coven that Agatha is going to take on the witch's road. So I'm really excited for this. Again, it is fall. It is Mabun, which is a Nordic holiday celebration of the fall equinox. So to all of my pagan and witchy friends, welcome. This is a safe place for you, and I want you to know that. It is my favorite time of year, fall. Actually, I should light a candle. I should give thanks to Freya for a great summer and a harvest. Where is it? It's way over there. I'll get it later. Let's go ahead and get into this reaction. As always, if you like this type of content, I will be covering the entire season of Agatha All Along. So if you don't want to miss my thoughts, if you don't want to miss my reactions, click that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. This channel is growing very slowly, but my goal by the end of the year is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So join the Van Clan. No, I'll probably come up with a better name to call my subscribers. But yeah, anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and get into this reaction. Circle Sewn with fate, unlock thy hidden gate.
Nonsense.
I mentioned this in the first. I think it's interesting that they give like the episode titles, kind of like Star Wars does, or I guess The Mandalorian specifically.
Whose shoes are these?
Sure to tell the Vengeance Seekers I said hi.
Take me to Witch's Road.
Come again?
It's the ballad, legend, lore.
But it will kill you.
Didn't kill you.
Well, I'm exceptional.
That's my point.
That's interesting. How does he know who she is?
I mean, I've studied, don't get me wrong, but that can only take you so far.
It's true. Like, I am not into witchcraft. Like, I don't do witchcraft, but I have friends that are witches and do actual like rituals and witchcraft stuff. So yeah, it is all about study and practice. I wonder whose hair that is. First of all, disgusting, but I know hair is a big thing in witchcraft, especially when you're doing.
Say again.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh. So, why is his identity a secret, I wonder? Every woman right now wishing they can dress like this.
Darkness! Floral possessive road.
Oh, there's her imagery was there.
3-mile radius. There will be a collection of witchy enough people to form a coven.
That's actually true as well. I have a lot of friends who are in covens, and it's true. It's like every town has a coven. Every major city has probably multiple covens. So it's just you find your people.
Good day, madam. Oh, thank you so much for seeing us. We are hoping for a miracle today.
Oh, indeed he was.
Did he go? He died on the 18th hole.
She's just playing along.
Bars?
For 3 years.
Oh, she's
It's
the
not
real
the
deal.
first time your witchkin betrayed you. But you survived. That's why you're here. And I am not interested.
Wait, what?
Thank you for your purchase. Your bank statement will say Lilia's leggings, but that's just my side hustle.
Lilia's leggings.
I didn't read your fortune. I read your reputation.
Oh.
Witches like you are the reason people think we poison apples and steal children and eat babies.
Babies are
It's
delicious.
it's true. Not all witches are evil, and it's not the devil's work. Okay, relax.
I'm gonna walk the road.
That leitmotif of the Witch's Road song, I love it.
Infamous witch on this continent?
Oh, please. Name a badder bitch in South America. Or Europe.
Who is this child?
My pet. This is my pet.
Crows. Crows can be seen, or ravens as well, can be seen as bad omens. But to me, I'm very comforted by the presence of crows and ravens when I'm like out in the wilderness and stuff like that.
Anyone? Anyone? Sisterhood of the Traveling Kegels? No? No? Hi, Jan.
God, Agatha, I haven't seen you since I made a really pointed effort to never run into you again.
So I wonder if she's like a herbalist, because there are different types of lanes of magic. The last one was divination. Obviously, there's witchcraft. There is enchantment is another one. There's evocation. I can't say that word.
You'd chew off your own acrylics to get back into the club. Ugh, I'm not gonna waste my breath illuminating the obvious. Have fun healing the healthy.
I wonder.
The charge has a surprisingly
Wonder if he's
lenient penalty,
Mephisto.
just like payouts and maybe like 5 years in prison, but 800 count.
Because when he said his name in the last episode, an M appeared, and I don't know what that M like means, unless it means Mephisto, which of course was a big source of contention for conspiracy theories in WandaVision. Yeah, because he knows an awful lot about these people and Agatha, because like you imagine that like obviously witchcraft exists, so it's like in this world is that history as prominent, right?
Let's go.
It's the 90s cup. That's crazy.
I'm just gonna... Fine. You think we're gonna
They're in a
Mona
hot
Lisa's daughter
topic.
at the Westview Mall? I feel like she'll be somewhere cooler, like...
That's so
Brooklyn
funny.
or What are we doing here?
Run.
Run.
Run! Alice Rue Gulliver, I'm Agatha Harkness. This is my familiar Toto. We need a protection witch to join us on the
Toto.
Witch's Road. What do you say?
Copies worldwide beg to differ. The road is real.
Oh.
Agatha's been there.
I'm back.
The road is a myth. It's a con, a cult.
So this plays into the whole conspiracy theory that the devil is in the music. So if her mother was a singer, a witch and a singer, created a song about the Witch's Road. I dig that.
How far away is the road? Like, what's the drive time?
Where are you from?
That's weird. that they're keeping his identity such a secret. I'm sure someone's going to do like analysis on a lip syncing expert will probably figure out what he's saying. I have to say, Marble's been doing a really good job the last couple phases with costumes, because that's pretty much her costume from the comics. Of course, in the comics, Agatha is like a lot older. Like, she's like an old woman. But it's interesting that she's seeing all of these familiars. So like the rat is like a witch familiar, can be the crow, the wolf. I mean, that is very interesting.
Give it up. It really elevates the space. Oh God, am I the first to arrive?
The rest will be here soon. Please, come in. Right, Agatha?
Oh, that's funny. The W stayed up. It's assigned to Wanda. That's what that means. Detail number 46. You missed.
Wake thy power, earthly and divine.
No, I've heard it.
Earth magic is arguably the most.
Yeah, it's nature. It's a nature witch. Is what a lot of my friends are considered green witches. I was wondering how she fed into this. Fit into fitted? What am I saying?
Oh, have I commented on how beautiful your garden is recently?
Well, no, you have not. It's just me and my green thumb. But
Road, teen. The road is conjured.
so, are we doing laundry together?
Why don't you head upstairs and let us just do our thing, okay? Just
Yeah, I was wondering how Sharon Davis' character fit in, because I think I mentioned it in the trailer reaction video that she never shown any magical abilities, but obviously she's just a substitute to avoid having Rio in this coven. Ooh. Oof.
I stray not from the path. I hold death's hand in mine.
If Herb dies, I'm gonna cry.
If sun be gone, carry on. Spirit as gone,
He's like, oh hell no.
mother crone.
Maid, Mother, and Crone is the three.
Road is wild and
It's what's on her pennant.
winding through. Down, 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 down.
Oh, she's crying blood. Oh, she says she was a blood witch. God, I'd be terrified. Don't just sit there. Are you crazy?
Okay.
I would have already been in the basement with them.
Oh, I don't have time for this! Just blast me, you bitches! What is that?
Oh. God, dude, I would be terrified. This is giving me an idea for a short film. To really take this concept of the Salem 7 and really kind of spin it in a true horror fashion, I think would be really, really interesting.
Like right now.
No, thank you. No way I'm sticking around for whatever that is.
Well, what does your gut tell you?
There's something so... I do this a lot. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do it a lot. Grounding in the woods, going out and and walking barefoot in the woods is one of my favorite things to do. All right, so overall, pretty good episode. I think this is a good like two-parter start to this, the reintroduction of Agatha in the first part, and just kind of like this part of the world, and then the introduction to this new coven, and then into the Witch's Road. I mentioned throughout the video and throughout the reaction, I'm not like a witch, so I don't practice witchcraft. The furthest thing that I go is lighting candles, and I know it's more complicated than that. If you are a witch or of any kind, and you happen upon this video, please, like, enlighten me to this. Is the Witch's Road like an actual, like, kind of like legend, like lore type of deal? And, how accurate is this? I don't know. Obviously, with things like this, you have to be careful, because it's not really, but two witches and two other people who are pagans and stuff like that. This is a religion in a way, and I'm sure there are a lot of people, specifically Christians out there, who are probably boycotting the show because of how devilish it feels, which I think is really funny. I think it's just like a stupid mentality to have. First of all, devil's not real, okay? Now, not to deny that there aren't bad witches out there. Obviously they are, but the vast majority, like I mentioned before, there are good witches, and there is goodness in witchcraft as well as badness. Either way, I'm still locked around the teen's identity. I mentioned in the first video that the running fan theory, since the show was announced, that he's playing a version of Billy, also known as Wiccan in the comments. He is one of Wanda's kids. Obviously, we saw the younger version of him in WandaVision with his brother. Why can't I think of his brother's name? It'll come to me later. It's very, very interesting. So I am curious to know what the Witch's Road is. Is it like a separate dimension, kind of like how the quantum realm is, or the different aspects of the afterlives that are in the MCU that we've seen? So I am really curious to see like how that folds in. I know there was some plans for Immortus to appear in the show, for him to be the original writer of the Darkhold. If you don't know, Immortus is a character from the comics, but he first appeared in Quantum Mania as a Kang variant. And obviously the whole thing with Jonathan Majors and Marvel moving away from Kang as a villain, that plotline was dropped. I mentioned earlier, I think the teen could be a version of Mephisto as well. Mephisto was a big he's basically the devil in Marvel comics. Like, essentially, like, there's no way around it. He is the devil. It was a big fan theory when WandaVision was out that he was behind maybe the main villain. They also thought that he could have been in Doctor Strange 2. But the thing about the teen trying to say his name and a M popped up just makes me think that it could be Mephisto, that he could be the secret villain of the show. We're gonna get his first full appearance in the MCU. But I'm also just really curious on why they're keeping his identity a secret, because like even Agatha acknowledges in the show that something is off, that someone is hiding this kid's identity from her. She even like did in the car scene where she's like, did my hearing go out? She's turning up the radio. She can hear everything else but what he's saying. So I do find that very interesting. Of course, we probably won't find out till like episode 7 or 8 exactly who he is. But my running theory is that he could be Mephisto. I don't think he's Billy. But if he is, he would have to be from the multiverse, right? Because Billy technically, and is his name Jason? I can't remember. The twins, Wanda's kids, the twins, they don't exist. They were a figment of Wanda's imagination, and actually, I think it was Mephisto in the comics that created her kids, and so a piece of them are basically like, it's very interesting. I'm sure we'll get the answers to this as we go on, and I am very curious also if we'll get a Wanda Scarlet Witch cameo. I just don't think that she's dead. I think it's really silly to think that she could be, considering how prominent of a character she is, not only in the comics, but how they made her out to be in WandaVision as well as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't know. Overall, I am enjoying the show so far. Like I mentioned, great 2 first episodes to just get a reintroduction to this side of the world. I am cautiously optimistic about it because I know this type of show is for a certain type of people. Like, I do feel like, you know, overall, you probably don't have to watch this show in order to grasp the multiverse saga, right? But, you know, it's only 2 episodes in. I know some people have seen 3 episodes. The people who went to the premiere, they got to see the first 3. Really know what this back half of the show looks like, just the way they do trailers. So, yeah, I am really curious to see exactly how this fits into the multiverse saga and what other new characters will get introduced. Because this is the type of show that dabbles in the horror and paranormal aspect of the MCU. So you're talking Moon Knight, you're talking Blade, you're talking Ghost Rider, you know, so like introducing those characters, probably not in this show. Moon Knight would be very interesting, but Moon Knight doesn't fit into this style of show in terms of like theme, I guess. But Ghost Rider does, because Ghost Rider is basically like the devil's hellhound, essentially. So it is very possible we could get a Ghost Rider cameo in this. But if the entire show takes place in the Witch's Road, it would be probably the saving grace for a lot of people, I think, if they introduced another dark character into this. Another character I actually would be very interested to see is Elsa Bloodstone. She was the character introduced in Werewolf by Night. Man-Thing is also another character that I would consider falls under this line of theme, you know, these magical beings. And I wonder why they didn't, because like I don't think Elsa Bloodstone is magic. She's more monster related than magic, but it would be interesting if she was in this as well. But anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on this. Not really a whole lot to discuss yet. I feel like once we get to like episode 4, 5, 6, I think I would have a lot more to say about it, because then we'll be in like the middle of the story that Marvel's trying to tell. As always, go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, what you think about this show so far. And again, if you are a witch or a pagan, let me know if you dig this show and their portrayal of witches in these different types of magical lanes. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to continue watching this show with me week to week. I am pretty excited about it. My name is Jorvik. I'll see you in the next one.